Hello, Bring a Trailer audience. I'm Steve Serio, Bond Group, Waltham, Massachusetts. I'm here to talk about this 1957 Porsche 356A Speedster as part of the Group EP, as Magnus Walker would call it, but Cam and I call it Group P Part 3. This is the third group of cars we've brought to Bring a Trailer 2023, and maybe we'll do it again in 2024, we'll see, but this is the last thing we're going to do in December of 2023. Here in Boston, we've got 1957 beautiful Speedster, and there's a lot to unpack here about this car. The last owners had it since 2010, and there were only two owners that had it back to 1975, which is in this incredible collection of files here at my feet. The car was restored and was a parade winner in 1984. That's all documented. Interestingly, it was changed from its original black to Meissen blue, and before the last owner got it, it was returned to its original black. So black, red interior. What's amazing about this car is I don't know the last time I've had one with an original floor pan and battery box, and this car has it, along with the doors, the deck lid, the engine and transmission are all matching numbers. There's a little bonus though. There's also a 2.2-liter Wilhoit engine currently fitted in the car with a 5-speed Wevo gearbox. So the original engine, original transmission come in two crates. The wheels have been updated. There are discs all the way around now for braking, and John's kind of replica Rudge wheels are on there at the moment. The date-stamped original 1957 steel wheels come with it, along with the original brakes, the drums, the backing plates. I don't know that you'd ever refit them, but they come with the car. Going to my cheat sheet here, because I can't remember everybody's name, we have the original Cardex. We have correspondence to Porsche, from Porsche in 1983, confirming the car being black and the matching numbers. In 1975, it was owned by a gentleman whose name was Alan Hale. If you're old like me and you can remember Gilligan's Island, Alan Hale was the actor. He was the skipper. Was it the same guy? I don't know. Tell your friends it was, or prove that it was, or tell your friends that it wasn't, and it's a weird coincidence. Alan Hale confirmed in 1983 that the car had 64,883 miles on it. It's now roughly 76,000, and the last owner, again from 2010, has only put about 5,500 miles on the car. The car was used extensively, Colorado Grand, I believe it did the Copper State as well, so it's a tried and true beast for the road. Sold new, Hoffman, July 15th, 1957. Obviously a U.S. delivered car. Hale bought it in Del Mar, California. And then, most important, after it won the Porsche Parade in 1984, Harv Smith of San Francisco, well-known California restorer, was the one that did the car. So did it for the parade, and then it was color changed back to the original black by Mr. Smith a great many years later. Yeah, the current owner has had the car since 2012 when he bought it at auction from David Gooding. All of that's public information. Feel free to look at it. We still have the Gooding little cheat card, which I love because it mentions things like, it had only two owners since 1975 at that point. There were 121 black Speedsters restored by Porsche expert Harv Smith, and it was the winner of the 29th PCA Parade. The Porsche Parade infamy is caught in Panorama. It's caught in this Christophorus. It has the Chicago 1984 29th Porsche Parade books with it. So all of that's interesting part of the history because it proves that the car was always in great shape. The car was never abused, it was never rusty, it never had a second engine or transmission in it, and when it was sold to a great caretaker who then spent, I believe, and we have it in the receipts, about $100,000 in the last few years with John Wilhoit. What's most important is the condition of the car now. It still retains all of the original sheet metal, and now it's been upgraded with a John Wilhoit 2.2-liter engine, a 5-speed Wevo gearbox. It's 12 volt. It has John's upgraded suspension in it, four-wheel disc brakes, and the Rudge-type wheels that John fitted to the car. So you have all of the original components that the car was fitted with in 1957 included in the transaction, and you have the upgraded Will Hoyt goodies so you can take the car on any rally. Let's go have a look at the car. So as you can see, and you'll see in the hundreds of pictures we put online here with this video, the car is in exceptional shape. Is it completely flawless? No. There are a few tiny rock chips on the hood. There's a few things from the 5,500 miles it was driven, but it certainly is a 9.5 out of 10 cosmetically. Most important with these cars, things that are stamped. The door panels, the front hood, again, the original wheels. There's a VDM wheel on the car. This is the original wheel and horn ring that come with. So anything that was taken off was kept, preserved, and if we come around and look at this bit of the car here, the interior, which was done by Autos International back in the day, is held up magnificently. Carpet, seats, gauges, everything in the details, fantastic. There is an extra bit of equipment here, a fire extinguisher, because you want that when you do a 1,000-mile rally. You've got wide safety belts. So those were obviously added. About the only two things in the interior that weren't there in 1957. Coming to the back of the car and opening up the deck lid here. Well, this is the real goodie. You've got John Wilhoit's 2.2-liter engine now making more than 2.5 times the original power, which was 60 horsepower. The car gets out of its own way. To say it'll cruise at 110 miles an hour with a 5-speed box is an understatement. I don't know if you want to go that quickly, but you can. But all of this is virtually brand new, and if you can get one from John quickly, God bless, but this one's already here. Over to the back of the car for the original details from the restoration that helped with winning the parade in 1984. The teardrops have etched numbers in them. The shine-up light from Hella has the right details in it. Going around to the side of the car, your side mirror has the right etching on it. And underneath the hood, there is a properly date-stamped fuel sender from 1957. The date stamp here on the gas tank, under the fuel tank, it's properly etched, under the fuel cap rather. So all those little details, no sign of the car having ever been clipped in the front, no sign of it ever having been damaged in the back, and again, you'll see in the pictures, it's an original floor pan car, which is remarkable. You've got a restored proper jack here. There is a full tool kit, which we'll go through in a minute. The previous owner had every single tool individually wrapped, and we'll take them out and show them to you as a whole in the group. The panel fit, including the trunk, absolutely, the gaps are fantastic. Well, you also get 2 crates, as promised, with the original engine and transmission. In this bigger box, the original 1600 engine came with the car in 1957, and nice and neatly packed, the original brake drums, which were taken off for the discs, the backing plates. You have everything in here down to the muffler still attached to the engine, the air filter setup. You've got all the little extra stuff that was taken off in the upgrade to 2.2 liter. In the smaller box, you've got the original transmission. Very valuable piece to have with the car as well, because it will show you on the bottom that's the original BBAB Speedster gearing set with the original engine number, original transmission number. Here, in these wonderfully packed little boxes, are all of the steel wheels that were on the car when it was restored, and they're all dated 857. So again, one of those things that if you had to find a set, is it $10,000 or $15,000 now for restored date-stamped wheels that are all the same month and year? Probably, and you want to keep these just because they're part of the history of the car. So attention to detail. It was fun to discover that the person that put this toolkit together, the last owner, 2012, had put everything, the little fuse bag with the fuses, you've got a black wrench, extra lug nut, I mean, you've got the pulley wrench, everything. He decided that apparently he was never going to use the tools because he kept them all in this plastic. But it's a wonderful reproduction toolkit that has tools and the right York screwdrivers. I don't know that Victor Miles put this together, but this looks like one of Victor's things. Proper green bag comes with it as well. There's some black touch-up paint here in the box. So again, attention to detail from the last owner is pretty darn crazy. This full tonneau has never been on the car since I've known the car, with the last owner having had it for over a decade. So you have a choice of half tonneau or full tonneau. And because folks will ask, brand new side curtains, properly trimmed, the snaps are good, and they go right in that bag. More fun stuff. So this is something that you could show or drive across the country. I'd prefer driving it across the country. My own car is right behind me, and that car has done 11 rallies, so I'm a little familiar with how one of these drives, and this is every bit as fun as my own car. Great stopping power, great suspension, great package all the way around, and with the 5-speed box with the 2.2-liter engine, it is a hell of a package. Please look at all the pictures. Bid as much as you can, because this would be a very hard thing to replicate quickly without finding a car, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, restoring it, and then waiting 3 or 4 or 5 years for it to be done. This is ready to go. Good luck bidding.